Well, wasn't that just lovely? Did you like that? I have no idea, but what am I talking about, people? Look, a nice little rally here on Wall Street. Dow Jones Industrial Average up over 500 points. Everyone's gleeful. Everyone seems to be almost orgasmic today. You're watching. I laugh. You have to understand how I operate. Whenever I see the facial expressions of those who dwell among the propaganda ministry, Fox Business, CNBC, Bloomberg, and they sit there and they look at the stock market as if it's like, oh, it's higher. Oh, oh. They really and honestly, literally get off on it. Okay, it doesn't have that effect on me. How about you? Yeah, sure. It's all well and good when the stock market goes higher, everyone's making money. But look, I don't know. Maybe you could help me out with this because I just don't get it. Markets go up, markets go down, lovely, fantastic, and that's really it. But I'll tell you what Greg Mannarino is not happy about. A few things with regard to this freak show of a market here. Okay, so the panic at least seems to be over with regard to the response of the market by this move by the Bank of Japan to allow the 10-year yield to float around and not be just stuck here at zero. We watched the global bond market sell off. Even here in the United States, the 10-year yield came up. And it's still elevated. Okay, the MMRI is sitting at about 238. You and I know where the red line is here, people. It's 300. Okay, that's really what we need to look out for. But the fact is, I don't like seeing the action here with regard to the 10-year yield. And with regard to the global bond market here, I'm not convinced. I don't know if you're convinced, let me know. Are you convinced? Here's the question, that instability here in the debt market, it's fine now. It's perfect. And central banks are going to make sure it just stays this way. There is certainly the chance here. Well, I think it's more than a chance that central banks are going to get in here and continue to buy all the debt to keep rates suppressed to, foster the illusion of stability here in the debt market. But the fact of the matter is, we had a little bit of an uptick in global bond yields here, 10-year yield here in the United States, the benchmark MMRI higher. Okay, we need to watch these things, and you all know that. And in my perspective, and I would believe that you would have to agree with me on this, if we begin to see global bonds sell off, 10-year yield rising, MMRI higher, the market's not going to like this at all. And we could definitely see another sell-off here. Are we starting to, right now, today, the 21st, see the beginning of a Santa Claus rally? Who freaking knows, honestly? The market is just too much of a freak show. Me looking at the drivers of this market, being the debt market itself, 10-year yield, MMRI keeping score for us. Okay, it's all well and good that the market went higher, but I ain't having no orgasm over it. I can promise you that. We all understand where this is going. I mean, it's just, come on, really, people. This is La La Land, a place that dwells somewhere. I have no idea where this place is, but I don't think it's very nice. I wouldn't want to go visit it like on vacation or anything. But that's honestly where we are. The bad economic news doesn't stop, and I want to talk more about that. People are being propagandized to the highest order. Did you hear this one? Consumer confidence just miraculously shut up. Oh, consumers are thrilled and they're loving the current situation. Let me explain this to you about consumer confidence. This is completely fake. This is asinine. It's false. And there's no way that consumers are happy going to the store and having to pay through the nose and every other orifice that they might have to acquire necessary things to live. It's such nonsense. The fact of the matter is that the media controls the minds of men and women, weak-minded men and women. You and I, we can see all through the bullshit, wrapped up in cat shit and sprinkled with bird shit. When I first said that months ago, I just couldn't even believe it came out of my mouth, but it seems to have caught on. I see a lot of people, a lot of you out here using that. Anyway, so yes, all lovely and fantastic and maybe even ever so slightly orgasmic here. Market did well today. Oh, how fantastic it is. But look, I'm not thrilled about what I'm seeing here. We do have crude oil catching a bid. We got this so-called summit here, this meeting of the great minds. You know what I'm talking about? Between the mummy man himself. You want to see what he looks like? Mummy man. This is Bidenstein, okay? The mummy man himself was part ghoul. You know, that's why I did this. Like Loretta Master? Yeah. Whatever it is over there. He's some kind of a yet-to-be-defined entity, our lovely, illustrious president. And he's going to be meeting with the lovely other illustrious Zelensky of Ukraine. They're going to have a meeting of the minds here. I believe it's going to take place over in Washington. You know what I would be willing to go out on a limb here and say, watch for a false flag. We're sending hundreds of billions of dollars over to Ukraine for every kind of support you can think about. A new Patriot missile system over there, weaponry of every kind you can imagine. And this war must and will be prolonged. It must. If you go back to when the whole thing started and watching my videos, I explained to all of you that this thing would go on and on and on and freaking on, because it's a mechanism, again, to pull cash into the now from the future. Every single, believe me on this, all of our politicians, they can't let you know the big secret. That is, they are there to find projects that they could spend money on. None of it's really to help the public here. It's all to foster the power or increase the power of the real government, which is the Federal Reserve, in this case, or central banks collectively. And every world leader right now, they're right now scheming. Believe me, how can I pull more cash into the now from the future? What do I need to support? What wars do I need to throw money at? What other insane project here? And you know what? All this supposed money, hundreds of billions, it's going to be in the trillions that we're now sending over to Ukraine. How much of it actually gets there? How much of it ends up in the pockets of people like, I don't know, Zelensky or Biden or his family, or who the freak knows? Do you really think it's all going over there? It's helping people and they're doing fantastic and well. No, it's a slaughter. And it's going to go on and on. And you're funding it. Yeah, congratulations on that. I guess I am too, but we seem to have no say-so in this current thing yet to be defined that we are involved in. This isn't even a representative democracy anymore. We have no representation. You have no voice. You know that. Your votes don't matter. You have no voice. Seriously, it's if our forefathers were around today, they would be in full revolt. But today, it's just an incredible situation here. The dumbing down process is complete. And, although people are hating each other for every reason you can imagine, again, a product of the environment we are in. Hate these people because of that. Don't like these people because of that. They're the ones causing that problem. And you got to hate these people because you just need to hate them for whatever reason they're telling you. Age, religion, sex, whatever it might be. Oh, you can't say sex anymore. It's gender. No, screw gender. It's sex, okay? You don't like it? Well, you know what I'm going to tell you. Just unsubscribe. Anyway, so let's cover a few things here. On the back of the rally here in the market, as I just covered here, Bitcoin, crypto's under some pressure. Gold and silver under some pressure today. Crude oil, as I said, getting a bit higher. Dollar did reverse and put on some relative strength here. As I said, MMRI higher. I don't like it, but that's just me. So we found this out. On top of consumer confidence apparently hitting a 9-month high, and people are orgasmic. Well, that's what they want you to believe, because you see, you must be told these things because it's true. And whatever comes out of the lie vision, it must be a fact. Am I right, or am I just reading this wrong? Maybe you can let me in on that. So existing home sales fall for 10 consecutive months. This is the longest losing streak on record. But, consumers, they're really confident. That's because that's what they want you to believe here. Here's something else you might want to pay attention to. And we've been covering this for a very long time, how society is shifting and people are being made to suffer. So it turns out that according to the credit rating agencies, 1 in 5 people between the ages of 18 and 24 are now delinquent on their debt. Credit card defaults among this age group here, 18 to 24, is skyrocketing. So look what we have here. Young people between the ages of 18 and 24 already burdened with debt beyond anything they can possibly imagine. They're struggling here just to try to get by. 1 in 5 of these people are now in default. Do you think that by some miracle that this is going to change? Or do you expect that this 1 in 5 is going to be 2 in 5, 3 in 5? And, we just, look, this plays right into what I've been explaining as of late. We're seeing big cracks here in the global debt bubble. This is part of it. In fact, that was the title of one of my videos. Cracks in the global debt bubble are appearing, and they're getting larger. I wrote a paper on this. I just sent it out in my free newsletter. I hope you subscribe to that. Link in the description of this video. Anyway, people, look, that's where we're seeing it. I want to hear from you. How about this? Let's just stick to one thing. Do you feel that there is concern, all right? No reason to panic or anything, but concern about this supposed meeting of the minds between Mummy Man Bidenstein and Zelensky thing over there. Look, I don't know the man, but all I know is there's a war going on, and obviously he's a big part of it, and we're funding that war. What do you think about this supposed meeting here? Should we be looking out for a false flag? Again, this war needs to be prolonged. Understand, it's going to go on and on and on and on. Many, 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 many more people need to die. Okay, this spilling of blood and guts around the world keeps the wheels of the machine going, the military-industrial complex, and this will go on, and they're going to, of course, we're already seeing mission creep. Mission creep is going to get a lot larger. It's just a matter of time before some thing occurs, and maybe this is, we're on the precipice of that. So I want to hear from you. Do you believe that this meeting of the great minds, the Mummy Man and the Zelensky, whatever, this is going to have some great outcome? Or do you feel that something else is brewing here? Who knows how much other cash we're going to be sending over there, that maybe even a fraction of it will actually go to work over there, and weaponry and bombs and machine guns and other methods of death, so we can all kill each other. Sounds fantastic, huh? Well, that's exactly what is going on here. It's a world gone absolutely freaking mad. It's a world that's gone absolutely out of its freaking mind. All right, look, with that said, people, look, this guy here loves you a lot, and I mean that from the heart. Please get this video out. Please comment. I want to hear from you on the topics I've discussed here. Anything strike you? Anything you feel like commenting about? Please share this stuff. Get it out there. I wish we had a lot more people involved in this here. This is our thing. This isn't just Greg Mannarino's freak show. This is our freak show. And it's sad that we don't have, if I would, for example, to go lick a toilet bowl or go eat a Tide Pod, I'd have millions and millions and millions of subscribers. But because I come out here every day, twice a day, and talk about things that really matter, what do I got? About 250,000? It's a nice number, but it ain't big enough. In order to make change, we would need to 10 times this number. And maybe even then it'd take a lot more. All right, look, I'm counting on all you guys and girls to get this out there. We're a team, we are a team. And when I come out here, it really changes my whole mood, honestly. I could even be in a bad mood before I get on camera with you. And I just love this. I love coming out here talking to all of you, because I know we're on the same page. I read the comments. Believe me, I read them. And it's good to see that we're seeing eye to eye on so many things, and that's why I always encourage all of you to comment here. Get whatever thoughts are, even if it's something completely abstract, get it out, comment about it, and you'd be surprised how people are going to respond, how I would respond. And I love seeing your responses to all this. All right, look, I am out of here, getting stupidly long this video. I had another couple of complaints that my videos are too long. What can I tell you? Watch half the video. All right, look, I'll see you in the morning.